Lynette here with Charm Grammy Crochet. How is everyone doing today? It is Wednesday, WIP Wednesday. What you working on Wednesday? I don't know. It is almost noon. I don't have a lot, but I have a couple things. So this will probably be a short video, but I want to welcome you to the WIP corner of my living room. And I want to thank you all for coming back again and again. I have gained a lot of subscribers in the last 28 days, and I really appreciate you stopping in and watching and liking and subscribing and commenting. And I like to get to know you a little bit, so make those comments. If you want to share my videos, that'd be really helpful. And if not, that's fine too. I don't mind. So I want to welcome all of you that keep coming back, because that's my bread and butter there. Not that you make much money, but just that's what keeps me going. And that's what I mean by my bread and butter. You guys keep coming back, and so since you keep coming back, I'll keep making videos. So look, real quick. I styled my hair today. It's finally long enough. It's falling now. I styled it a few hours ago. I put some stuff in it, and I used a blow dryer. I haven't done that in like a long time. I tried doing it when it was first cut, but it was so daggone short. I just wanted, it's been 3 months. This is 3 months growth, literally. So anyway, enough on the hair. I just wanted to say I'm finally starting to like it. This is kind of the length I wanted the top, except now it's falling because it's very humid out and my air isn't still working. So anyway, it's starting to come around. So maybe I won't play with it as much during the videos. I don't know, maybe I'll play with it more. Who knows? Enough of the hair. Anyway, if you didn't catch my video yesterday for the hooks and needles, there's a discount code. So if you're at all interested, please feel free to use the code and save 20%. Okay, that's enough of that. I just wanted to throw that out there so you know if you know if you know. So what have I worked on in the last couple of days? Where's my book? Where is that darn book? Oh, here it is. Okay. So I have this book, Amigurumi's Endangered Animals. I mean, I bought it because of this. I just like it. It's so awesome. Like, the designer did a fabulous job. I think that is the coolest looking mommy and baby gorilla that you've ever seen in your life. So I thought, oh, I want to try that. And then I've got the book, and I looked at that, and it's made with, like, this fur is like eyelash yarn in black. And I said, I will never make that. Plus, all the detail, I don't think I would ever be good enough to do all of that detail. So I'll just stare at the picture and pretend that I could do that, which is fine. It does say that it comes with video tutorial on all the stitches. There's video tutorials. But it's not the pattern. There are 15 patterns in here of threatened wildlife. I got this from Amazon. And I think the animals that they did are awesome. You can see them on the back here. A lot of them, some of them. Like, look at the penguin. What a great job, right? Joe, you can make that. Joe from Joe's Web. I'm not making that. Look at the hummingbird. My husband would love that. And maybe I will make that. But I had promised my granddaughter, who's going to be 16 this month in June, that I would make her a stingray. When I hosted Amigurumi Wars, there was a stingray in the animals for that month, and it was just a little stingray held in your hand, and people were making them by the dozens. And one of my friends, Lynn, made many of them and sent them to me for my granddaughters. Well, the 16-year-old loved them, and she played with them with her little cousin, and she asked me to make her a bigger one. So I had this in this book, and I said, ooh, I am going to make that one. And I bought blanket yarn because I want it to be big. So I have pink for the mouth and white for the underside, and then I had this variegated for the body. Now I'm going to tell you, I was using a 6.5 millimeter hook. This one in its regular acrylic yarn says that it will be 10.5 inches long when made with the indicated yarn, which is worsted weight, on just regular worsted weight yarn. Well, it is a really cool looking animal completed. I couldn't make the stitch count work. So I went to my friend Jo from Jo's Web, because she's very talented. And I said, what is wrong with this? What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? So I did share with her the pattern so she could figure it out for me and help me make the stingray. She is a wonderful, wonderful woman. I love her to death, and I probably owe her a lot, because this is my stingray. Oh no, it is not the stingray in the book. But Jo is making the stingray from the book. This is not the stingray that was originally the ones from Amigurumi Wars. It is a different one. It is bigger than the ones that Amigurumi Wars was made from, but it's very similar. And it has an open mouth. I changed the mouth on it from what was there, and I know that like manta rays have their mouth on the front, stingrays have their mouth down here. This is my version, and I can make it however I want to. And mine has a mouth here. I don't have the mandala or whatever those little lobe things are. I guess I could make those, but I don't know where I would put them on. Anyway, this is the stingray that my granddaughter is getting, and she's going to love it. I've decided that my problem was I just can't see the stitches well enough with this yarn to be able to figure out this pattern. But my stitches were never right, so I'm missing stitches somewhere. So I think it's just that I can't see them well enough with the blanket yarn. Like I'm losing stitches someplace. And at the end of making the beginning of it, the first 7 rounds, I tried for like 3 hours. And when I'm done with the end of the row, I'm in the middle of his back. Like her belly up, like I'm definitely doing something wrong. And I could never get my stitch counts to be correct. And I couldn't figure out why. So you start with making the open mouth. Well, no, I take that back. The stingray in the book, let me go back to the picture. I don't know if you can tell so much on this picture, but there are, okay, here we go. I think you can tell better maybe on this picture. So you see this, like he comes up here. Well, you're starting it down here, and you're working around and around. And so I thought that was the mouth, but it's not. It's like the chin. So you start at the chin, and then the mouth comes up like this. You know, and she shapes it, and she does everything like so perfect, the designer. I'm not that good with amigurumis, apparently, and I'm not that good at pattern reading. I'm not that good at understanding. I don't know what my problem was, but right, even in the first round, you're working around your original chain. I've done that many, many times. My stitch count was wrong every single time. I couldn't figure it out, and I said, I'm going to make this one instead. And so I did. And this is, I don't remember the color, but this is Bernat Blanket tie-dye-ish. And I don't remember the color. And then this is Bernat Blanket White and Bernat Baby Blanket, I think, on the pink. Which, they're all the same. They just, the variegated, some of them they call tie-dye-ish. the lighter, more pastel colors they call baby colors. It's all the same. But I put them away, so they are put away because I was just overflowing over here. I still have a lot of WIPs that need to get put away and stuff. So, or not put away, but finished. I guess that's a better term. They need to be finished. But this one is started and finished, and I did it in a day. You know, and it didn't take long. So I love those kind of amigurumis. And I really thought I would be able to make this big one out of here in a couple of days. My heart is broken over the fact that I'm not finishing or didn't finish it, can't get it figured out. And so I think if I was using regular worsted weight yarn, I think I could work it out better. And so I kind of want to do that. But not right now. I'm aggravated with it. I'm mad. It's going in timeout. We made this one, and she can have this with her birthday present. That's where I'm at with that. I have other ammies to make and other things to do. So one of the other things that I'm doing, which is a make along, kind of a crochet along with Hooker versus Hooker, and that is with my friends Laura and Jan from Mamie's Crochet and Farming and an Alaskan crafter, Jan. And this month's project, if you haven't already watched, but you should go back and watch the videos because their lives are really fun. Anyway, it is footwear. I am making footwear. And so I bought, because you were allowed to use a flip-flop or something to be the sole of your footwear if you wanted. And I do believe I have to take this off, this plastic thing. And this is the start of my footwear. I don't know that it's fitting properly to how I have it designed in my head. I don't know that it's not. I just don't know because I have to take this thing apart. And if I take it apart, then that means that I have to make this work on it. Or start over, which this was really easy and quick to do. I mean, don't get me wrong. And this is a Lara yarn, and look at how wonderful it is. I love working with this yarn. It does have some more stretch to it than what I want, and I think because I didn't crochet this part together, I just joined at the corners. So I don't know if that's going to be a good thing or a bad thing. Then I went around and I single crocheted around and around and around, just one border to help it not be as stretchy. And maybe I should tack these together, but I kind of wanted them to not be necessarily tacked together, but maybe I need to. But that's a pain in the rear end, and I don't want to do it. So it's supposed to kind of go like that. What do you think? And then there will be a second one to go this way, like this and like that. So this is the idea if I can make it work. But I think 4 squares, and I did 4 squares because there's 5 colors, and these are all 5 colors. But I think it might be a little too big. And so that kind of is bumming me out. So it's a work in progress, right? I mean, that's what it is. When you are figuring it out for the first time, then you have to sometimes play around with it. Then I don't know how I'm attaching. So that's a whole nother issue. Super glue? Hot glue? I don't know if that'll work. And will it melt on a hot day? That I don't know either. But I think 3 might be better. Or maybe even 2, so that it's tighter. If I do 2, then I can do one direction, one the other direction, and still have all 4. I don't know. I don't know. Or I might just say this isn't working and just do one of those similar to what Lynette is doing, except I want a sole on my shoe. Lynette is doing the barefoot sandals. That's what she talked about. Lynette from Nina's Next Knots. And I think that, or Nina's Knots Crochet, that's what it is. I think that's a really good idea. but I don't go barefoot. I used to when I was younger. I don't do it anymore. But my granddaughters do, so maybe that would be cute for them. And the colors are perfect for little girls, right? So maybe, I don't know. We'll see. But this is my plan. I kind of like it. And that's why I picked pink for the sandal when I bought the sandal, because it was one of the colors. And the pink in my Alara just happens to match quite nicely, I think. So we'll see. We'll see how it turns out in the end. But this is what it's looking like now. I even wove in the ends, speaking of ends. But you know what else this was making me think of? Way back to the, I'm aging myself, but in the, 60s, 70s. Just put some strings on it, and it could be a headband. Doesn't it remind you of the old times? As I was putting it together, I'm like, I think I wore this as a headband when I was a kid. Young teenager, maybe. I don't know. All right. Let me know if you wore stuff like that when you were a teenager. Maybe you're a teenager now and you're saying, oh my God, lady, you're old. I am. It's okay. Hopefully everybody gets there at some point. All right. That's all I got for you today, guys. And I will see you guys in the next video. Any suggestions on how to attach this would be greatly appreciated. And I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.